Dictionary defines love as a strong affection of liking of someone or something. This source continues to define family as parents and their children. Parents is then defined as a public relation to his or her offspring. Never in these definitions does it define that family must consist of a physical mother and father, because even the dictionary realizes that families come in all shapes and sizes. You may be set in your beliefs, but with many same-sex couples are offering loving and caring homes to children who otherwise would be left on the streets. America's Youngest Outcast states that over 83,957 children are left homeless and in shelters each year in Florida alone. Wouldn't you rather see these children in loving homes with same-sex parents than live on the streets? If same-sex adoption in Florida was legal, it could benefit children throughout the state in many ways. Today, I'm going to raise your awareness about children within homes, speaking of benefits of being raised by the same-sex parents, and provide you with the facts that you need to realize that same-sex couples are not much different than yourselves. Every year, thousands of children in Florida call the streets home because they have been abandoned or the system has failed them. Placing children in foster homes can either be a wonderful experience that they will benefit from greatly, or a horrific experience, leaving them scarred for life. Children in foster care are more likely to leave their foster homes in search of their real families, thus leaving them alone and wandering the streets. Children in foster homes are usually in the system for many reasons, including drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and arrest in the family, and these children were torn from their homes. Most children do not understand what it means to be in physical harm like this. Therefore, they will go in search of their real parents, this leaving them in a dangerous situation. Most foster families are loving people, and I speak completely highly of foster families in a whole. These people accept children that they do not know into their homes. They provide them with a bed, a roof, housing. They provide them with clothing and food and love and support. But some foster homes are not as lucky. Some children fall through the cracks of the system and they are left living dangerous lives. Wouldn't you rather risk that a child is living with same-sex parents and is being culturally raised differently than you believe, than to put a child in a system where they could be lost, they could be harmed or abused? Same-sex couples can provide many benefits to their children. Ellen Perrin, an MD at the Pediatrics University of Tufts School of Medicine in Boston, states that single heterosexual parents' children have more difficulties than children who have parents of the same sex. They tend to be more disciplined, have more self-esteem, and have less psychological difficulties at home and at school. Children who are raised with same-sex parents tend to grow up in a lifestyle where everything is acceptable. Their children are raised to believe that nothing is wrong because everything in these lifestyles is okay. They have their right and their wrongs, but their right and their wrongs are not as culturally non-accepted as those from a Christian or same-sex parent, or different sex parent, background. Same-sex couples are much like any of you in the audience. Same-sex couples are very much in love, and they fight every single day for their right to have children. You cannot honestly believe that someone who fights every single day for a right to have a child in their home would abuse or hurt that child in any way, emotionally or physically. This shows that same-sex couples are believing that they would make great parents, and there's no reason that we should deny them this right. Every day, same-sex couples overcome the daily obstacles that you and I overcome. They have to pay their bills, make their rent, deal with job security. They have to find reasonable health benefits, and find a way to live day to day, just like you and I. But at the end of the day, on top of all of those struggles, they are struggling to have children of their own in their home. As you and I both know, same-sex couples cannot procreate by themselves because they do not have both parts. So they have to rely on adoption or outside services to have these children. It's not fair, but they aren't giving up, and this makes them stronger than you and I could ever believe. Today, I have raised your awareness about the amount of homeless children in Florida. Over 83,000 of them. I've told you about the benefits of growing up in a same-sex household and how these children are more culturally acceptable to things. They believe that more things are okay. And I pointed out to you the similarities between same-sex couples and yourselves. At the end of the day, every one of us in here comes together and we're all the same, except maybe who we go to bed with. Every night, thousands of children in Florida alone grab garbage bags full of themselves as blankets, and we could impact their lives by allowing same-sex couples to adopt. If you allowed every same-sex couple to adopt a child, you would be opening homes to millions of children across the United States. And I think that it's not fair to the children that we aren't allowing them homes. We're allowing them to be laid on the streets at night instead of being allowed a home in a same-sex couple because we don't believe that it's right for same-sex couples to have children. So at the end of the day, heterosexual couples and same-sex couples have so much in common. And like I've previously stated, it's who you are laid to bed with that's making the difference that is affecting children worldwide.